Hey guys, my name is Raymond Hudson and I am the lead pastor of City Center Church in Berkeley, California. And I'm so excited to get the opportunity to speak with you today. In the midst of everything that's going on in our world, I believe that God has still amazing things in store. And so this is one of the things that we all agree to here, which is a healthy church in every community. Come on, can we all agree that it would be amazing to see, even in the middle of COVID, a healthy church planted in every single community? And so I want to encourage you today that if you've been worried or you've been stressed, or maybe you felt like that call that you always had, you don't know how you're going to get there, I hope that today, as we're talking about budgeting to launch in the middle of COVID, that it would encourage you, that it would give you strength, and it would give you the tools that will help you to launch a healthy church that's financially stable and sustainable. And so I want to hit you with number one, which is this: show me the money. Man, you can't budget what you don't plan for. And so many times we're throwing out numbers for budgeting, but we're not putting together a plan to say, how are we going to get there? So I think about four simple things. And so the first one that I think about when I think about, planning and showing the money and figuring out where the money is coming from, number one is team giving. Man, find a core leadership team who's willing and committed to financially support the ministry and you, and you'll see that that will help you to be sustainable. Number two is strategic large donors. I want to encourage you, don't just think one or two strategic donors, but what if you begin to think about 10 to 12 or 15, so that no matter what happens to some of them, you still have great support. Next is church family and partners. Man, there's going to be some churches who want to just give a little bit. There's going to be some families who want to support you. And so I want to encourage you to do that. And then the last one, this is kind of a new one, but I want you to encourage you, start thinking now as you're planning out your budget, additional revenue streams. What additional revenue streams can you utilize to help you to further your why, your mission to build a healthy church in every community? And last, think about doubling whatever you're thinking about. Whatever budget you have in your mind, if you're thinking, man, $250,000, double that to $500,000 over the 3-year process. And so step two is this: you don't know it all. Can we agree that there are so many times when we think as professionals that we know everything about everything? In the budgeting process, you've got to get to the place where you say, I'm going to surround myself with the right people, right? So get the right people on your bus. So the first one, man, I would encourage you, think about a financial advisor, think about an external financial management team. We have one of those, and they give us consistent monthly reports and quarterly reports. And so it's so important. And then lastly, a network that's backing you that knows budgeting, because I want to encourage you with this: there is not one budget that fits every single planter. They're alive and moving and breathing, and you need to make sure that you have the right budget for your community. And so this right here, and I want you to hold on to this: it's okay not to be the smartest person in the room. Come on, say that with me. It's okay to not be the smartest person in the room. And in the budgeting and financial realm, it's going to be good if you're not the smartest person in that room. Next, step three is this: contextualize your budget. Man, every budget that you have, it needs to be contextualized to your community. So build a strategic budget that's based off of your community. And so as you look through here, there's multiple things in here, but these are just examples. Again, you need to contextualize to what fits your area, a salary that fits your community. Think about leasing facility as you're budgeting over weekly rentals, because now you're not held captive to the person who's leasing it to you. Team development, community care, marketing, transitional support fund. I want to hit on that one because I want you to think about, man, a lot of times when we're planning our budgets, we're thinking, hey, after 3 years, we're going to be sustainable. But what if in the budgeting process you plan, hey, I'm going to actually, in the first few years, I'm actually going to take a portion of what comes in and I'm going to put it to the side so that after year 3, you've got a fund that you created that helps you. And so, yeah, digital campus. But here's what I've got here at the bottom. I've already said it, but contextualized budgets are focused on the why. They're focused on your why. Number 4 is this, raising budget. As you're planning out your budget, you have to plan how are you going to get the money. Anyone can write down a number on a page, but how are you going to get the funds that you're looking for? And so what I did was I just gave you a sample budget of $500,000 and I just broke it down to say, as I'm going to donors, as I'm going to supporters, I'm finding the area that they fit in, and then I know, hey, once I've filled all of these areas, which I know $100,000 to one person seems like a lot, but there's somebody out there that cares enough about your community and is passionate about church planting. And so I would encourage you, think about that as you are planning. And then step 5, this is the last thing, but this is so important. Things to see as a planter. I think so many times as planters and pastors, we're focused on a lot of things. But when it comes to the budgeting process, there's a few things that we really need to be looking at. And so, number 1, make sure you're getting monthly financial statements. Sometimes as pastors, we skip out on that or we miss out on it or the timing doesn't work, but you want to see this monthly. So the things that I look at is fundraising projections against actual. And so if I projected that I was going to raise this many funds this month, what's that look like against my actual? For tithing, I projected that this amount of tithing was going to come in, but it actually only this amount came in. And so as you're looking at those numbers, it helps you to refigure and rethink, okay, maybe I don't need to spend these funds right now, or I need to get back out there or follow up with my phone calls. Projected expenses against actual, that's so important. How much are you spending? How much did you plan for? Like all of those things. And what did you spend the month before? I like to see where the increases are. And then weekly team members. This sounds interesting for monthly financials, but you're adding in new people, right? And as you add in new people, you're getting more funds. Average monthly tithe unit, think about that, the family unit, and then how much is coming in there. And then lastly, your tithe trend line. Ask your bookkeeper, hey, show me a trend line so I can see where our tithing is. And then lastly, don't be managed by the budget. Man, I'm so excited that I had an opportunity to speak with you today, but I want to encourage you, don't be managed by your budget. That happens to so many people, but you proactively manage it so that you are leading the way in what your church needs. And so, man, I'm so excited that you listened to this video. I want to encourage you. I'm here if you ever want to talk. My email is Raymond@ourcitycenter.com. Again, that's Raymond@ourcitycenter.com. And let me pause you for a second. And I want to encourage you. God has great things in store for you, your family, your church, and your community. Let's build a healthy church in every community together. Have a great day.